Hi everybody, and welcome to another special update here from myself and Bella and everyone at Quantum Plant Healing and Quantum Planet World. Happy Cazimi Day, right Bella?
Yes, happy Cazimi. Pluto joining or conjunct the Sun today. Big end of cycle, and they will be moving together into Aquarius tomorrow. So big beginning of a new cycle. Right,
so we wanted to put out this little update today to first of all say hi everybody. It's been a little while since myself and Bella have done one of these, but today is a super powerful day. We've been tracking the astrology of this one for quite some time. It's beyond words, it's beyond magic, it's something truly unique and beautiful. The Sun is kissing Pluto at the 29th degree and the 59th minute today. In fact, as we're filming this, the Sun has just kind of passed into Aquarius into the first few minutes. But there's a really beautiful conjoining here of the Sun blessing and purifying Pluto before it enters pretty much for the next 20 years, bar a couple of months later this year, into Aquarius and starting a brand new cycle, right Bella?
Yeah, so in the last few days, lots of people were talking about the end of the Kali Yuga. But this is more of the end of the Kali Yuga because it's a big astrological marker and a reset point where we're ending a cycle. I mean, every year the Sun and Pluto meet at some degree, but not only are they meeting at the last degree, which is going to close a cycle of a year, last degree of Capricorn.
Right.
They're going to move into Aquarius together, so they're starting a new cycle of 20 years for Pluto. But it's also the same degree where two other planets met in 2020, right?
Right.
And so it's also like the beginning of another big cycle, which is an 800-year cycle. So we feel like there is a convergence of cycles right now, and it's a big beginning. And so what Pluto refers to is mostly to truth, transformation, alchemy. It's the planet that will bring end and destruction so that something new can begin. It's the planet of empowerment, reprogramming, so that we can find new solutions for the planet, for everything that we need for New Earth. And obviously it will bring a lot of emotional intensity with it.
Right, and of course Pluto's been in Capricorn for the last 15 or so years, and it's been doing its job there, and we were both reflecting on that last night. Both being Scorpio, Pluto is quite a prominent planet for us, and we were just reviewing really what has Pluto shown us for the last 15 years. So that's a really interesting process to do. And do you want to give any pointers on that, Bella, as we've got this weekend of energy to review?
So we feel that what we want to focus now on is what is Pluto going to bring us moving forward. And so Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring us new changes in society, new systems, which are going to work for the community, for humanity, rather than just for small institutions or governments. New cosmic discoveries. I'd like to mention Stellar Nations, which is picking up in our other platform, Quantum Planet World. Lots of people getting interested in their galactic history and their galactic code. So that's already happening for us. New breakthroughs in terms of technology, new regulations and opportunities that will lead us to freedom at the end of the day. So here's where all of us have an input in whatever we are creating moving forward. Worldwide revolutions we can expect, lots of disclosure, but also in a personal level, it's if you haven't been dealing with your fears and emotional situations, there's not going to be a way out of that. So you really need to work through all of those. We have done a lot of immersions in quantum plant healing, and many of them work with the shadow aspects and all of the emotional baggage that we need to be able to let go of now. I'm doing it with plants, of course. But at the end of the day, this is all about a higher consciousness. That is the whole revolution point. You know, we're moving to higher consciousness and great empowerment for each one of them so that we understand what is our mission, what is our purpose in creating this new Earth.
Right, and as Bella just said, you know, when Pluto has been in Aquarius before, if I've got my facts and figures correct, in previous times we've had Pluto in Aquarius. Uranus was discovered. At another occasion, I think some hundreds of years before that, Saturn was discovered. So we understand that Pluto has this sort of ability in Aquarius to bring new things to light. And, you know, as we were reviewing last night, what has Pluto shown us as individuals through the journey in Capricorn, I was reflecting on, well, when did it really start? Back in sort of 2008. People have talked about the so-called collapse of the financial system in 2008. But really for me, Pluto in Capricorn really kicked in 2010 when I went to Egypt and had my spiritual wake-up. So even though Capricorn is not always necessarily associated with spirituality, being so scorpionic with Pluto moving through Capricorn, what I realized was that that moment in my life really brought home to me the hollowness and the emptiness of the corporate world that I was working in at that time, and understanding that it really wasn't feeding my soul. And then I went on a journey to Egypt with a big spiritual group, had a big wake up, and my life was never really the same after that. So even though I was still working in business, still working in the business world, I actually was working for myself by this point, because I had decided that I did not like being told what to do by authority, which is really what a lot of what Capricorn is about, top-down hierarchy and authority. And I feel that as we move into Aquarius, we're now being given the opportunity with Pluto to revise and review the rules which we choose to accept and live by, right, Bella?
So this is a good exercise for today. What have you learned through since 2008? What have you learned about your life, especially in the area where you have Capricorn in your chart? What have you learned, and what do you want to take forward with you that actually you learned, or that you want to improve or make it more innovative in Aquarius, to work for everybody, to put it to the service of people?
Right, and have you been working with your astrology or letting it happen to you? You know, we often talk about this with our tribe members. You know, the astrology gives us the container of the energy flow, and as long as we're sort of in tune with that for the mundane or the collective, but also with ourselves, we can really use this as a navigational tool. And you know, if anyone's been paying attention over the last couple of years, we've all needed a few compasses at various points to navigate the choppy waters, and 2024 looks like probably being the peak of that energy, and then we move through towards the end of this year and into 25, and things start looking a little different. So we wanted to put out this update today for a couple of reasons. First of all, just to share all of that intel, and just to bring more focus, if you aren't already, to what today and actually tomorrow, the 21st, are about. Yeah. I mean, it's so magical. The Sun and Pluto are entering Aquarius almost hand in hand throughout the course of today and tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. But also, we wanted to alert you to some things going on with ourselves at QPH and QPW. So we have been running a special donation-based offer, working with our Nettle Immersion. Some of you may be aware that we've done this before. Towards the end of last year, just to encourage many of you to take the dive into the plant immersions. And we chose Nettle for a couple of reasons. First of all, Nettle is deeply connected to both Pluto and Mars, of course, so in that regard it's very fire orientated, and so it seems like a great date to do that. Secondly, today we're going to be making a special Cazimi Nettle essence for our colleagues in the immersion, and we're going to be making Nettle tincture too. And the reason for that is that Nettle is a very, very powerful adaptogen. And in the world right now, it seems that many people are getting sick with all kinds of different diseases and flus and so on and so what. You know, there are many things flying around right now. But as long as you are working with plants like Nettle and many, many others, you can reinforce your immune system. Nettle is very good at that. It's full of lots of minerals and nutrients. Of course, it's great for the garden as well. The plants like to be fed nettle. But Nettle is one of those healing plants that you can take every day. There are some plants maybe that if you take them for too long, they're going to build up a toxicity. For example, like the wormwoods or the artemisias, you have to be careful. But Nettle, you can drink a nettle or a tea or two even a day, and all it's going to do is just keep reinforcing the goodness. And you know, if you have the benefit like we do of having nettles growing here in Mexico, the weather's still pretty good, even though it's middle of January. It's a little chilly, but you can see we're not super cold. So we have nettles now growing. We've cultivated a patch here underneath our beautiful English walnut tree, so we're going to be making those videos to add into the content already in the existing Nettle immersion that we did in the spring of last year. Yeah,
so Nettle is connected to Pluto, of course,
and Mars, also, which of course connects it to the realm of the underworld and Hades. But also, Nettle is a plant that we recommend to our clients and students to work with as a boundary plant. How to hold your boundaries firm, and Nettle is very good at holding its boundaries. Why? Because it's got this kind of you know, reaction. If you grab it the wrong way, it releases the hydrochloric acid that then gives you the little rash, and that's Nettle's way of saying, hey buddy, you've overstepped the mark, you've overstepped the boundary, you didn't ask for my permission to come into this space. And You know, in some places you'll find nettles growing like Roman legionnaires, actually, around often hawthorn trees, and they're like in these rows, and so they're really protecting hawthorn, who is the fairy queen. So it gives you some
really
idea.
good for the soil.
Right, yeah.
This area of this terrace that we have here in our garden was really dry, and then we just let the nettle do its thing, and now the soil looks so much healthier, and there are many other plants growing as well. So it's a great fertilizer, or it kind of recovers the nutrients of the soil.
Right, and you know, with many wayward frequencies perhaps hitting many of us at this time, Nettle, for me, is the meditational master. We call him the spiritual warrior. And then you look at Nettle and think, really? How is Nettle going to help you with meditation? Trust me, you know, if you make yourself a cup of nettle tea and calm yourself and sit and take the tea and meditate, you know, there's a reason why the great Tibetan master Milarepa sat in his cave for 20 years and the only thing that he drank was nettle tea. It did make his skin go green and his hair go green too, which I think is kind of cool, but he did drink a lot of nettle tea, but he became enlightened in his cave with nettle. That is what this plant can do, and when you really sit and meditate with nettle, what you'll find is the adaptogenic equipoise qualities of nettle that bring you back into a place of inner balance, which probably is going to be something we're going to need through 2024 to hold our boundaries, to hold our inner balance, and also give ourselves lots of really good minerals and nutrients. Now, there's a lot more to talk about nettle. We did a 13-day immersion to cover all the materials, so I don't want to give too many spoilers away. But we're going to be running our special donation-based offer using the link in the show notes underneath. And you can go to that page on our website, and you know, you can pay a donation according to what your heart and your wallet are able to share at this time. And we're going to be running a live call, a special update live call this Wednesday the 24th, 11 o'clock in the morning. For that group. For that group. Immersion. So, you know, you still have a few days to jump on board. We were going to run this offer until this evening, being the Cazimi, but having tuned into the energy a little bit more, we're actually going to run it to 11 p.m. on Sunday the 21st, CST Mexico time, so that some of you might catch this video and be able to join us. And of course be able to join us for the live call and participate with many new people who've signed up to this immersion. So wanted to share that. And finally, we also have another special offer that we just want to put into your awareness for our Magic and Manifestation workshop, which is working with many different qualities, right, Bella? Right.
In the Magic and Manifestation workshop, we talk about alchemy, of course. We talk about plans that are perfect for manifestation. We talk about Mayan wave spells, astrology. So quite a few different things we cover there. Even Ikigai, which is a good practice to align with your purpose, life purpose.
Right, so the ultimate aim of that, as Bella said, is to combine astrology, cosmology, Mayan time and plants in a very, very precise way, in accordance and in alignment with your higher divine destiny, so that you can manifest the things that you want. And really, of course, if we're fully aligned and connected to our higher self, then we're probably already in the flow of magic and manifestation anyway. But these tools can help us to bring us to a place of clarity. But also we're going to be working in that workshop with 3 very important plants that actually form our womb team. Mugwort, Lady's Mantle and Fireweed, and we show all about how those 3 plants work together in the energetic womb space as the chamber really for manifestation to come from our higher divine 5D and above self down into the 3D, passing through, of course, the emotional astral plane for manifestation here in this realm. So please do check that out. Special code IMOLC88 also in the show notes. You can enter that at the checkout and get the whole of that workshop for just $88. Incredibly good value. So that's really about it, right, Bella? Is there anything else you wish to add at the end of this update?
Happy 2024. It feels like this is actually the reset to start this new year, this new cycle. We look forward to seeing you in our courses, immersions, and the new projects that we have with Quantum Planet World in our other platform.
Right, and actually just you've reminded me to give a shout out to our friend, teacher and guide Leslie Shankman, who I did a wonderful Pluto Cazimi preview with, working with the fixed stars or the stellar nations cosmic history codes. You can catch that on the same channel here or directly on the website, and we go into some depth really about the energies coming through the 29th degree of Capricorn and 0 degrees of Aquarius, and what they might mean for us at a personal soul level, but also with the collective. Really, really powerful information that Leslie was transmitting there, and many people are really resonating with that right now, so please do check that out as well. And yes, we are entering into the year of the Wood Dragon. There's many, many powerful things happening. Today is the first of a series of powerful Cazimis this year, which we'll be going into in future videos. But also today is the first of a series of blessings and code receivings that the interpersonal planets are going to be receiving. So yes, Sun and Pluto entering Aquarius today, but then in the coming couple of weeks we're going to have Mercury, Mars and Venus all also doing the same process. So this is a very, very powerful time of new codes being downloaded for each and every one of us, but also the collective. So it's really time to pay attention, and that's what we wanted this video to be about, to say, hey everybody, don't lose focus, stay grounded, stay centered, and you know, don't forget the plants. They are here to help us transition and bridge.
Yeah, look at Nettle, quite the alchemist, and he's helping us together with Pluto to move into this new time of Aquarius.
Right, so what is Pluto all about? Really, being so scorpionic, it's very much about alchemy, and the plants really, we believe from our own experiences, and many of our tribe members too, can show us how to alchemize the old paradigm belief systems and burdens that we may be carrying, or even traumas or wounding from that, and alchemize those into a higher potentiality. And the plants really do show us how to be quantum plant alchemists and quantum beings, and that's really the journey that we hope each and every one of you watching this video is going to be taking with us and many other people on the planet throughout 2024. So thank you everybody. Yeah, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the energies, keep it real, keep it empty, right?
Keep it empty.
And keep it heart and keep it rainbow. And we'll see you all again very soon. Ciao for now.
Bye.